I learned the hard way that some gifts don't just unwrap secrets, they detonate whole lives. And mine exploded on Christmas morning in front of my 8-year-old daughter. Before I get into how one tiny box destroyed my marriage, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Anonymous Confessions. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Drop a comment if you've ever had a holiday go horribly wrong. The scene was straight out of a catalog. We're talking matching pajamas, empty wrapping paper everywhere, the smell of pine and cinnamon in the air. My wife Angela, our daughter Sophie, and me. Total domestic bliss. I handed Angela her last present, a small box I'd been excited about for weeks. She tears the paper, pulls out the DNA ancestry kit, and I swear the color just drained from her face like someone pulled a plug. "What is this?" Her voice was all wrong, flat. "It's an ancestry thing," I said, smiling. "Thought it'd be fun. I got one for me and Sophie, too. We can find out where we really come from, maybe connect with relatives." My buddy at work had done one and found a whole branch of his family tree he never knew about. I thought it was cool, educational even. But Angela was staring at that box like it held a bomb threat instead of a cheek swab. "We're not doing this." "Wait, why not?" "Because I don't want to." She wouldn't even look at me. "It's just spit in the tube, Ange. Takes 2 minutes." "No." Sophie, curled up with her new stuffed animal, piped up all innocent. "Mom, I want to see if I'm a princess. Jamie at school said her DNA test said she's related to real royalty." "You're not doing it either." "But Mom." "No." That word cut through the room like a blade. Sophie's eyes welled up instantly. Angela never, and I mean never, snapped at our daughter. I stepped in fast. Hey, it's okay. It's just a gift. If you don't want to do it, no big deal." Angela stood up without a word and walked straight to the kitchen. I followed, leaving Sophie on the rug with her lip trembling. "What's going on?" I asked. "Nothing. I just think those tests are invasive. They sell your data. Privacy thing." "Okay, fine. We won't do hers. But I'm doing mine. I already bought it." Her head snapped toward me so fast I flinched. "No." I laughed, confused. "Angela, it's my DNA. I can do what I want with it." "If you send that test in, I'm divorcing you." The laugh died in my throat. "What did you just say?" "You heard me. Family secrets stay secret. If you care about this marriage, you won't send it." "Family secrets? What family secrets?" "That's exactly why they stay secret. You don't need to know." I stood there, holding my hot chocolate, watching it go cold in my hands. My wife of 9 years, the mother of my child, was threatening to end our marriage over a cheek swab. Something was deeply, horrifyingly wrong. That night, after Sophie was asleep, I tried again. "Can we please talk about this morning?" "There's nothing to talk about." "You threatened divorce over a DNA kit." I was being dramatic. "Were you?" "Don't send it in, please. Just respect my wishes on this. Give me one reason, a real one." "Because I'm your wife and I'm asking you not to." "That's not a reason, that's an ultimatum. Call it what you want. Just don't do it." Her face was stone. I'd never seen her so closed off, so defensive. I backed down. "Okay," I said. "I won't send it." She relaxed instantly. "Thank you." Then she went to bed. I stayed up. Here's the thing. I'm not a suspicious guy. I don't check phones, don't track locations. We had a good marriage. Date nights, solid communication, no major fights. Until that morning when a $99 gift turned my wife into a complete stranger. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I sent my test in the very next day. Not to be petty, not to catch her at something, but because a reaction that extreme meant there was something worth finding. And I wasn't going to sit around waiting for a bomb to go off blindfolded. If there were family secrets, I had a right to know them, especially if they involved me. I mailed it from work, registered it online, and waited. 2 weeks later, Angela asked about it. "Did you throw that test away?" "Yeah," I lied. "Threw it out." "Good." Another week passed. I was at my desk when the email came. Results ready. I logged into the portal, heart pounding. Ethnicity breakdown loaded. 45% Irish, 30% German, the rest English and Scandinavian. Cool. Interesting. Then I clicked the DNA relatives section. Top match, Sophie Anderson, Predicted relationship: uncle, aunt, niece, nephew, half-sibling, or grandparent, grandchild. Not daughter. Not parent-child. I stared at those words until they blurred. Shared DNA, 1,750 centigrams. I Googled it, found a chart. Parent-child is 3,500. Uncle-niece is 1,700 to 2,100. Half-sibling is 1,300 to 2,300. Grandparent-grandchild is 1,300 to 2,200. At 1,750, the most likely was uncle-niece, but it could also be half-sibling or grandparent-grandchild. I worked through the logic in a cold sweat. Grandparent-grandchild? No, our parents were accounted for. Sophie couldn't be my parents' kid. That'd make her my half-sister, and we'd definitely know if my mom had a baby 8 years ago. Half-sibling? Possible if my dad had another child with someone else, but that would mean, no, that didn't work. The affair would have had to be with Angela, which was genetically impossible. Uncle-niece. That meant Sophie's biological parent was one of my siblings, but Angela gave birth to her. I was there. I held her hand through labor. So Sophie's father had to be my brother, or one of my male cousins. I felt the room spin, locked myself in the bathroom, sat on the cold tile floor. 8 years. 8 years of being Sophie's dad. 8 years of thinking she was mine. I pulled out my phone, scrolled through my close male relatives. My brother lives in Seattle, barely visits. 3 male cousins, 2 out of state. 1 lives 20 minutes away. Ryan. I opened his Facebook, scrolled through photos. There was one from a family barbecue 2 months ago. Sophie in the background, standing next to Ryan, both of them laughing. They had the same smile, the exact same smile. How would I never noticed? I zoomed in, same nose, same eyebrow shape, same damn dimple on the left cheek. I scrolled more. Birthday parties, Christmases, Thanksgivings. Every photo with Ryan and Sophie together, they looked related. Because they were. I threw up in the toilet. When I got home that night, Angela was humming, stirring pasta, totally normal. How was work? Fine. I watched her for signs, guilt, nervousness, anything. Nothing. Just my wife making dinner, being regular. I went upstairs, logged into a laptop. We shared passwords. No secrets was our thing. Apparently, that was a lie. If this story's already got you hooked, don't forget to like and subscribe to Anonymous Confessions. We've got so many more real-life drama stories coming your way. And drop a comment. Would you have sent that test in? I checked her email. Nothing obvious. Facebook messages? Nothing with Ryan except normal family stuff. See you at Easter. Thanks for having us. Phone records? No unusual calls. She'd been careful. That made it so much worse. Over the next week, I turned detective. I'm the type who keeps paper statements going back years. Angela always thought it was excessive. Why keep old bank stuff? Everything's online. Turns out, online only goes back 2 years. Paper statements last forever. I pulled the box labeled 2016 to 2017 from the home office. Found our credit card statements from 9 years ago. Flipped to February. There it was. The Riverside Inn. 3 separate charges. February 12th, 19th, 24th, all when I'd been at a conference in Boston. I remembered that trip, 3 days of software development seminars. Angela said, "Go, network, have fun, we'll be fine." I looked at those hotel charges again. 3 visits, 3 nights, to a hotel 15 minutes from our house. Why go to a hotel when you have a house, unless you need privacy? I cross-referenced with Ryan's old social media, scrolled back years, found his gym check-ins. He'd posted from the Riverside Inn's gym on February 12th and 24th, getting that grind in, even on the road. He wasn't on the road. He lived here. Found more. Old text messages on a backup drive from 9 years ago. Angela had texted me while I was in Boston. "Ryan stopped by to drop off that thing from your mom. Stayed for coffee. He's so funny, LOL." At the time, I thought nothing of it. Normal family stuff. Now, I saw it completely differently. Ryan visiting while I was out of town. Stayed for coffee. For how long? An hour? 3 hours? Overnight? Her texts that week were all normal. "Miss you. Hope the conference is good. Sophie's asleep, just watching TV." Lies, casual, easy lies, sent from our couch while I was 800 miles away, thinking everything was fine. So I hired a private investigator, Marcus, former cop, came recommended by a guy I'd helped with IT work, cost $3,000 for 2 weeks of surveillance. Marcus followed Angela. Most of it was boring, work, grocery store, gym, home. But then 2 Thursdays in, Angela met Ryan for lunch, downtown Italian place, corner booth. Marcus got 15 photos. They weren't touching, weren't kissing, but the body language was undeniable. Leaning in, laughing, Angela touching her hair, something she did when she was flirting. I remembered it from when we were dating. In one shot, Ryan's hand was on the table near hers, not holding, just near. Marcus's report said subjects appeared comfortable with each other. Interaction seemed more intimate than family. No overt physical contact, but significant indicators of emotional connection. I stared at those photos for hours. I asked him to do a paternity test. I need DNA from the child and the potential father. Get creative. Next Sunday, we went to my mom's for dinner. Ryan was there. I asked him to help me move something in the garage. He drank from a water bottle, left it on the workbench. I pocketed it as soon as he turned away. Sophie's DNA I got from her toothbrush. Sent both to the lab Marcus recommended. 5 days later, the results came back. 99.99% probability of paternity. Ryan was Sophie's biological father. I sat in my car in a parking lot and cried for an hour. Then I called a lawyer. Patricia Chen, mid-40s, sharp suit, sharper eyes. Highly recommended by a colleague who'd been through a nasty divorce. Her office had glass walls and law books everywhere. Stanford degree on the wall. I need to divorce my wife. She cheated 9 years ago with my cousin. Our daughter is biologically his. Patricia didn't even blink. Do you have proof? I slid the folders across her desk. Ancestry DNA showing Sophie as my niece, independent paternity test showing Ryan as her father, 99.99% certainty. She reviewed everything, nodded. This is solid. Does she know you know? No. Good. Keep it that way. When do you want to file? Soon. But I want to serve her publicly at our family reunion, July 4th. Patricia looked up. That's 6 weeks out. Why wait? Because Ryan will be there. I want to serve him too. Civil suit. And I want my whole family to see what they did. That's bold. Legal, but bold. You sure you want to go nuclear like that? Absolutely. We spent the next hour planning everything. Divorce filings citing adultery, asset division, custody strategy, and a civil suit against Ryan for intentional infliction of emotional distress and fraud. We settled on asking for $250,000. You'll have to live with her for 6 weeks, Patricia warned. Pretend everything's normal. Can you do that? I have to. Those 6 weeks were the hardest of my life. Coming home to Angela every day, kissing her hello, eating dinner together, watching TV, pretending I didn't know she'd destroyed our family. She planned Sophie's 9th birthday party. I helped blow up balloons. She talked about summer vacation. I nodded along. She kissed me goodnight. I kissed back. All while knowing the truth. All while planning her public exposure. Late May, 6 weeks before the reunion, we finalized everything. Patricia filed the papers. I confirmed with the process server. Serve her first in front of everyone, then him. Separate papers. The show's going to be quite something. That's the point. The 4th of July came. We arrived at the park at 1. Angela wore a sundress. Sophie had a sparkler. Everything looked festive. Ryan was already there, flipping burgers on the grill. Hey, man. He gave me a bro hug. How's it going? Great. Can't complain. I wanted to break his jaw. Instead, I smiled. Burgers look good. Thanks. Angela and Sophie went to say hi to my mom. I stayed near Ryan. So,
Sophie's getting big, Ryan said casually. Yeah, she's 8 now. Time flies. Sure does. I stared at him. She looks more like you every day. He laughed, totally comfortable. Oh yeah? Same expressions. Lying to my face, just like Angela. At 3, my phone buzzed. Text from the process server. In position. I texted back. Go. 5 minutes later, a man in a polo walked up to Angela. She was standing with my aunt and mom holding a plate of potato salad. Angela Montgomery? Yes? You've been served. He handed her an envelope. She looked confused, opened it, started reading. Her face went white, that same horrible white from Christmas morning. What is this? Petition for dissolution of marriage, I said loudly. Everyone turned. I'm divorcing you. The whole pavilion went silent. What? Why? Read page 3, the part about adultery. She flipped pages, read, then looked up at me, then Ryan. Ryan hadn't noticed yet, still at the grill. The process server walked over to Ryan. Ryan Montgomery? Yeah? You've been served. He took the envelope, opened it. His face changed. What the hell is this? Civil suit, I called out. Paternity fraud and intentional infliction of emotional distress. You're being sued for $250,000. What? I walked to the center of the pavilion. 60 people, my mom, aunts, uncles, cousins, all staring at me. Since we're all here, I thought this was a good time to share some family news. Angela and Ryan had an affair 9 years ago. Sophie is Ryan's biological daughter, not mine. DNA tests confirmed it. I've known for 6 weeks, and now everyone else does too. Silence. Then my mom. What? Sophie came running over from playing with her cousins. Daddy, what's wrong? I knelt down, looked at this kid I'd raised, loved, read bedtime stories to, taught to ride a bike. Not my blood, but mine in every way that mattered. Nothing, sweetheart. Daddy just has some adult stuff to handle. Go play, okay? Okay. She ran back. Angela was crying. How could you do this here, in front of everyone? I stood up. How could I? How could you? 9 years, Angela? 9 years of lying to my face, letting me raise another man's child, thinking it was mine? Ryan stepped forward. Look, man, I pointed at him. Don't say a word. You're my cousin. You were at our wedding. You held my daughter, your daughter, at the hospital and looked me in the eye and said, she's beautiful. Congrats. You've been lying to me for 8 years. I didn't know for sure. You knew. You both knew. My uncle grabbed Ryan's arm. You did what? Ryan tried to pull away. It was a mistake. A mistake? I laughed, but there was no humor in it. A mistake is forgetting someone's birthday. This is betrayal. This is fraud. This is destroying a family. My mom was crying. Angela, how could you? Angela couldn't look at her. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're not sorry you did it. You're sorry you got caught. I turned to face everyone. I'm filing for full custody. I'm keeping my daughter because I'm her father. Biology be damned. Ryan can petition for rights if he wants, but I doubt he will because he's a coward. Angela gets supervised visitation until we figure out what's best for Sophie. And if anyone in this family has a problem with how I handled this, you can leave right now. No one moved. I looked at my mom. I'm sorry I did this at the reunion, but I wanted everyone to know what they did. No more secrets, no more lies. She nodded, came over and hugged me. Then my aunts came over, then my uncles. One by one, my family surrounded me. Angela stood alone. Ryan's dad grabbed him. Get out, now. Dad, get out. Ryan left, didn't even look at Sophie. Angela tried to come toward me. My cousin blocked her. You need to leave too. That's my daughter. That's his daughter, my mom said. You made your choice 9 years ago. Live with it. Angela grabbed her purse, looked at Sophie one more time. Sophie waved. Angela started crying harder. Then she left. I stood there, surrounded by my family, and felt the weight lift. The secret was out, the truth was known, and I wasn't carrying it alone anymore. Sophie came running back. "Daddy, where's Mommy?" "She had to go home, honey. Not feeling well." "Oh, can we have cake now?" "Yeah, let's get you some cake." We stayed 3 more hours. Everyone wanted to check on me, tell me they supported me, condemn what Angela and Ryan had done. My uncle apologized for Ryan. "I raised him better than this. It's not your fault. Still, he's my son. I'm ashamed." When we got home that night, I put Sophie to bed, read her 2 stories, tucked her in. "Daddy." "Yes, sweetie? Did you and Mommy have a fight?" "Sort of." "Are you getting divorced?" "Kids are too smart." "Yeah, we are." "Is it because of me?" I grabbed her hand. "No, never. This has nothing to do with you. Mommy and Daddy just can't be married anymore, but I'll always be your dad. That won't ever change." "Promise?" "Promise." She hugged me. "I love you, Daddy." "I love you too." Stories like these remind us that family isn't always about blood, it's about who shows up. If this one touched you, please hit that like button and subscribe to Anonymous Confessions for more real-life family drama stories. And drop a comment. Do you think I did the right thing? The divorce took 6 brutal months. Angela fought for custody, hired an aggressive lawyer who
Tried to paint me as unstable and vindictive, but Patricia buried them with evidence. The judge, a woman named Henderson, ruled in my favor on almost everything. Primary physical custody to me. Angela got supervised visitation for the first year, then unsupervised if a therapist approved. Child support, Angela paid me $400 a month. The house I kept. Had to refinance and buy out her share, but it was worth it. Ryan tried to petition for parental rights. My lawyer buried him in paperwork, made it so expensive and complicated he gave up. Last I heard, he moved out of state, sends birthday cards with $20 in them. Doesn't see Sophie. Angela remarried 2 years later, some guy from her gym. He seems okay. Sophie likes him. I'm not remarried. Dated a few people, nothing serious. I'm focused on Sophie. She's 10 now, smart as hell, plays soccer, loves reading, wants to be a veterinarian. She asks about the divorce sometimes. I keep it simple. Your mom and I weren't right for each other, but we both love you. She doesn't know Ryan's her biological father. Maybe I'll tell her when she's older. Maybe I won't. Depends on what's best for her. The lawsuit against Ryan settled out of court. He paid $50,000, not the full amount, but enough to fund Sophie's college savings. Angela's family cut her off for a while. Her parents were mortified. Eventually, they reconciled, but it's not the same. My family? They still bring it up at reunions. Remember that 4th of July when? It's become a legend. The day I publicly exposed an affair and paternity fraud in front of 60 people while burgers burned on the grill. Would I do it again? Hell yes. Some people think I was cruel, that I should have handled it privately, protected Angela's dignity. But Angela didn't protect me, didn't protect our marriage, didn't protect Sophie from growing up in a house built on lies. She made her choices. I just made sure everyone knew what they were. And Sophie, she's thriving, happy, loved. She calls me Dad, not because of DNA, because I earned it. That's the lesson in all this. Biology matters, but choices matter more. Angela chose to cheat. Ryan chose to betray family. I chose to fight for my daughter. And I won. The DNA test didn't destroy my family. It revealed the destruction that was already there, hidden behind Christmas mornings and family barbecues and no secrets promises that were all lies. Now there are no more secrets, no more lies, just truth. And honestly, That's where it all ended.